We're back at the Doorstep Lake. We're gonna try and nail what we've always wanted from this lake, which is our first 20, because I've never caught a 20 from here. And also, I've got to mention, the helicopter is back. Hi guys, what is up? Welcome to another video. Today you join me back at the Doorstep Lake. Now I haven't been here for a while and I've had a few things happen in between. Now I've just come off the back of the social app of the Parker Bait social at Linear, where we went to Oxley's, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you follow me across the social medias, you'd have already seen how I got on. Fantastic. I don't know what to say. I did brilliant, and the last two times I've been to Linear now, I've broken that £30 barrier. Sorry for the spoiler, that video will be out next. It might not be next week, it might be in a couple of weeks. It might be next week, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the Halloween episode. I say Halloween, there's nothing spooky about this video, but just as a little bit of fun, I've decided to use only white and orange magic beans in this video. They are fruit and nut flavour, and they are going in solid bags. And now it's time for me to fry the fish in this lake. Come on. Well, if you've not seen me fish this lake before, then yeah, I just thought I'd let you know you can actually walk around. You only fish it from one side, but you're allowed to walk around the other side to bait up, which is exactly what I'm doing now. Look at this swim here. You're going to get a lot of wind noise here, but look at this. And the carp like to hold up in these sort of pads and weeds in these margins down here. They know they can't get caught in here, that's why. Well, this isn't going to be a long session. I've only got a few hours on here. I've got to be in Bournemouth later tonight. So I'm not heavily baiting it, but I've thrown a few handfuls in over both of my spots. And yeah, I'm hoping some fish can move in. We're just going to fish solid bags over the top. The fish have been showing up this end as well. I just know from fishing it before that, well, where the fish like to hang out. Also, the wind's coming down. That's in this favour. And I've seen fish moving down here as well. So yeah, small baiting approach. We're here for a few hours, a couple of solid bags, get them out there, and let's see if we can nick a fish or two. Well, that's the plan anyway. Right, rods are now out. Obviously only a 2-rod rule in this lake. I only really want to use 2 rods anyway. I got my 10 foots out, which I haven't used in months, and I love these 10-foot rods. I really do. They are Sonic Insurgents, and I've got the small Fox EOS 10,000 reels on there. I've got the bigger ones, the bait runners, sorry, the big pit ones on my 12-foot intensities, but yeah, look at this. Sorry about the blue shorts, by the way. I was going to be wearing my big waterproofs, my jacket and my little like dungaree things, you know, but I've got like thermal ones because as we're moving into winter now, obviously it's going to keep me warm and dry, and it was meant to rain all day today. The forecast was awful, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to just grab my nuts and go. What is it Tom says? Drop your guts, grab your nuts and get on with it, basically. So that's what I was going to do anyway, regardless of the weather. And I've got down here and it's actually really quite warm. It's quite humid and I'm actually really warm. And now the sun's just beaming me in the face. And for anybody that's been watching me for a while, or if you don't know me, my favourite month of the year to fish is October, because as long as it's dry, I love it. The sunsets are fantastic. The sun coming out in October itself is just, I prefer it so much more than like June, July. I don't know why. There's just something about that autumnal season that I love. And also, I've got to mention, the helicopter is back. So again, if this is the first time that you've watched my videos, you will not know about the helicopter, but this is my day shelter. We call it the helicopter because of the system that it uses at the top. It looks almost like a helicopter, and the amount of times it's nearly taken off in the wind. But it's just become retired since I've got my Fox Easy Shelter and the Fox Frontier. But we're back on the day sessions, and this is perfect. So there we go. Out of retirement, the helicopter's back, and I forgot my chair, but I have got a meal deal we can review. So, ho, 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 ho. Right, well the rods are out now and we're fishing. Like I say, we're only going to be here for a few hours. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick update and touch on quickly a few things that what's been going on, because obviously I used to upload every Sunday at 5, then I changed it to Saturday at 6, which actually really, I think it benefited me and you guys as well, because I know a lot of you guys, if you don't know me, like I say, my name's Aaron and I'm a Parker Baits ambassador. I'm a Parker Baits upload on a Sunday, along with a couple of the other ambassadors, and I changed mine to a Saturday. It just works better for everybody. But yeah, I then decided, or it became quite hard because I had to go out. I was enjoying it and I was loving it, and I still do, but it became sort of like a job within my job. Do you know what I mean? Because I work enough as it is. I'm sorry to go on about this. I know I always go on about it, but I'm just explaining. Yeah, I do a lot of hours as it is. So to find times on my days off to go fishing, which I love, make the videos, which I love, edit, upload, reply to comments, do my TikTok, do my Instagram, do my Facebook, it's just too much. It is, that itself is a full-time job. So trying to squeeze it all in was very difficult. So I've cut down now, and I don't know if you've noticed, but the last couple of weeks I've sort of been uploading every other week, and that's why I've got something I can talk about it now, I guess, because we're nearly there. So my aim is to release one video every day in December up until Christmas. So from the 1st of December there'll be 25 videos. So the 1st to the 25th of December there will be a video every single day. I'm planning on putting them out at 1 PM. At the moment I've not got enough footage to do that, so I need to do a lot more, you know, from now until Christmas I need to film a lot more. But it's going to be like short bite-sized videos. They're not going to be half an hour, 45 minutes long. They're just 10-15 minute videos, and they're not all fishing. Some of them are, but some of them are unboxing, some of them are reviews. I actually took the camera to film my brother and my dad fishing the other day. That was really good. So yeah, it's more of a sort of like a countdown to Christmas, but sort of like less serious videos. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you're going to have content every day in December up until Christmas, which is mental, as long as I can get the footage out and get the videos out on time. So that's that. And then obviously going into next year, I will just be uploading, I will be uploading regularly, but not, what am I trying to say here? Not as often as every week, but regularly. So it will be like every month, or two every month, or whatever suits me, whatever works for me. But I've had a lot of messages from you guys, a lot of positive comments as well, saying that you don't care when I upload. You know, I've had a lot of people say, oh, it's nice to see your videos every week, but we understand and appreciate that. This isn't a sympathy thing. I'm not looking for you to say, oh, you know, well, I don't need that, it's fine. But I just wanted to keep you in the loop of what's happening. It benefits my lifestyle better, being able to just fish when I want and upload the videos when I want. And yeah, I'm sure you guys will get fully on board, and I'll try and bring you some absolute bangers along the way. But there we go. Thanks for watching up until this point. If you haven't already, go down, subscribe, and there'll be more fishy content where this came from. Today, we're just after a bite or two. I'm hoping we can get 1 or 2. I've fished here before, you know, when I fished, I've had like 4 or 5 fish in 4 or 5 hours, which is what I'm hoping today. That will be really nice. But I've also fished here before and I've had 1 fish all day. I think I might have even blanked here once before, but touch wood, we're not going to do that. And yeah, hopefully one of those rods is going to rip off very shortly. Well, I'll just quickly go through my spots with you because I haven't pointed them out to you, but I've wrapped up these obviously 10-foot rods, so I'm using 10-foot wraps, okay? So my left one is just over 15 wraps, and it's towards, my boundary's that white post over there. However, I'm the only person on the lake, so I can fish without, like, outside the boundaries if I want. But against that fence line is a post right there. So I am probably 2 rod lengths off the bank where you saw me through the boilies in, about just over 15 wraps towards that post out there. And then my left hand rod, that's got a white magic bean on it, by the way, and an orange magic bean on the right hand rod, and that is towards that post over, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, that cloud looks very grey, doesn't it? Yeah, so that post next to that bush there. And again, I'm about 2 rod lengths off the bank, and I'm fishing just over 12 wraps on that with the orange magic bean. And just one more thing, like I always say when I do film at this lake, I know a lot of you guys do know the name of this lake and know exactly where this is, but out of respect to the people that have been fishing here for years, the people that pay their annual membership, because you can fish this on a day ticket, but there's only about 6 or 7 swims on here, maybe 7 or 8 swims, and I think the people that pay an annual fee should be able to come down here and fish when they can and when they want to. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to sort of like bring too much attention to this lake and it get overcrowded, overpopulated, that sort of stuff. So yeah, with the greatest of respects, guys, I would really appreciate it if you kept the name of this lake to yourself. I call it the Doorstep Lake. It's on my doorstep. That's another thing as well. Otherwise people are going to know where I live. Oh dear. Looking straight at me. Cool, isn't it? Right, well, I am about halfway through the session now. I've been fishing about 2 hours, probably got about 2 hours to go. And there's really nothing to update you on. The weather's come over a bit more grey, the sun's gone completely in now. Still no rain, touch wood. But yeah, somebody's rocked up and started fishing to my left, which is fine, no problem whatsoever. In fact, he's probably in a very good spot because there was a lot of fish moving around the island. But yeah, nothing to report really. I mean, no signs of any fish, apart from a few shows, like I say, around that island. And yeah, it's been quite tricky. Now, I've often done well here on the match the hatch wafters, so I don't know whether maybe the magic beans is something that they're not used to seeing or something different, or maybe they prefer the original wafters in here. But I'm going to persist with it. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to be persistent, and hopefully we can just nick one fish. I think that's the way it's looking at the moment. As I've said, it'd be nice to catch 2 or 3, but even just catching 1 now would be, you know, even with a couple of hours to go, would be great. I've not put any more bait out, just those boilies that I threw in at the start. That both on that the first single, sorry, both were on the first solid bag that I chucked out. And I'm not going to touch them. I'm going to leave them out. If they go, they go. If they don't, they don't. I'm happy with that, where they're both positioned. I don't need to touch them, but I'm just hoping. I think the silt levels are still quite not ideal. I mean, the spots that I'm on, they're not the hardest of spots. It's quite difficult in here, especially because there's a lot of lily pad litter at the bottom. There's a lot of like lily pad roots and stuff where I'm fishing on my right hand rod, so that's quite hard to find a clear spot in there. The left hand one, to be fair, is on, I wouldn't say hard spot, but it's a clear spot. But again, we're in solid bags, so we should be presented okay. We got the bright colours on, the whites and the oranges, so can we sneak a spooky carp for Halloween. Well, here comes the rain. I mean, I was expecting this all day, so the fact that it's only coming in now with a couple of hours left to go is not too bad. And if there's two pack downs that I absolutely hate, it is a wet pack down or an early morning pack down. So, but like I say, I've, you know, just on a day session, I've not got a lot of gear. This bivvy, I can just chuck it in the bath when I get home and it'll drip dry. And yeah, it's really not too bad, is it? And the thing is as well, where you're on your doorstep, doesn't matter too much, does it? But hopefully this winter won't be too wet. I don't mind the cold as much, especially with my new sleep system that I've got, and my winter suit. I don't mind the cold, but the rain's a bit different. Well, I've just realised I've eaten my meal deal and I haven't shown you what I've got, and I've already eaten it. But I can show you the wrappers, so check this out. Because I know there's always a bit of controversy about my meal deals. I don't like mayo, so I can't eat any of the sandwiches apart from like just ham or this one, which is ketchup and bacon, or smoked bacon and ketchup. So there you go. I mean, it was all right. They're a bit funny. They are a bit funky. Sometimes I go just ham, but is that better? Give me a score out of 5, and then score me out of 5 for my snack, which is cheese and onion grab bag Walkers. So give me a score out of 5 for that, and then drink, give me a score out of 5 for this. So it's a maximum of 15 points I can score. Let me know in the comments. We've got a spooky Fanta lemon. So yeah, rate that out of 5, rate my snack out of 5, and my sandwich out of 5, and let me know in the comments out of 15 what my meal deal scores. I mean, I've eaten it, I've got half a Fanta lemon left. Lovely. If you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you don't like mayo, what can you do? Right guys, I was just sat there wondering if this was going to be a fishless session, and then my right hand rod ripped off. The net is in the water because I've gone and caught one. And let me quickly tell you, this is not a big fish by any means, but it is absolutely stunning. You should see the colours on this. This is a mirror, which mirrors are quite rare in this lake. It's usually commons that you catch in cricketback commons, but this mirror is absolutely stunning. And we're going to see, I'm going to show you the proof of the magic bean that it took. There it is, the orange magic bean, nailed right in the side of the mouth. And the colours of this fish is it's just amazing. Let me unhook it and I'll show you. Well, here it is. Like I said, by no means is it big, but look at the colours on it. It's really, really cold as well, but there you go. Lovely golden mirror. And this is my Halloween carp for this year. Hopefully there's another one. A little bit bigger would be nice, but look at that. Absolute bar of gold. I'll show you the other side quickly. And there you go. Like I say, the colours on it are absolutely unbelievable. Beautiful scale pattern too. And I'm hoping that this one's going to grow up to be an absolute pig one day. But yeah, couldn't resist the Parker Baits Magic Bean. Let's get him back. Well, that was far from the 20 pounder that we're after in here, but it's a blank saver. And again, like I say, it's nice to catch a mirror instead of a common from here. And it's a fish. You know, to go from 30 pounders at Linear to, what was that, £3–4 at the Doorstep Lake, I just love catching fish. It's awesome. And when they look like that, I mean, it had beautiful scales on it. The colours, it was like a sunset. It's like what I call like a sunset mirror. Beautiful. The colours throughout it. And it was one of the first things I noticed, apart from the colour, was how cold it was. The water must be really, really cold. The fish was very cold, and it might be why it's a bit of a slow day fishing. We're getting into that time of year now, aren't we? So yeah, there we go. That might have been the fish that we were after, in terms of, like, I was just trying to nick a fish today, wasn't I? So that might have been the fish that we were after. Hopefully, I've still got about an hour to go. So I've put that right hand rod back out exactly where I caught that one on another orange magic bean, and hopefully that goes off again. If you haven't tried the magic beans yet, head on over to parkerbaits.co.uk and you can have a little browse through the website, try the magic beans out. And if you've never ordered from Parker Baits before, you can save yourself some money with code South Coast Angler at the bottom of the screen there. Whack that in at the checkout and you'll get 10% off your first order. Honestly guys, I don't try and sell you some spiel. I I genuinely like the bait. Proof is in the pudding, it worked. Yeah, okay, the fish was about £3 or £4, but you can't hand select the fish that you catch, can you? But yeah, go and have a look on their website. Go and have a look at their other products as well, because there might be other things that take your fancy. And again, if you haven't joined Parker Baits yet and you haven't used it before, 10% off, code South Coast Angler at checkout. Thank me later. Well, good job that fish came when it did. Because if I was playing it in this, or dealing with it in this, I'd have been soaked. Look at the weather, this is just coming out of nowhere. And look at that, 5 minutes later, the sun's out. Oh dear. For anybody that's not British that is watching this is how our weather is. 1 minute, you're sunbathing, next minute, you're swimming. Oh, and I've just realised something as well, actually, and it's taken the whole of this video for me to tell you. I wonder if anybody else has noticed this. Billy is not here. Now, I've let Billy have a little bit of a holiday, to be honest. He's taken a break. Truth be told, after the trip at Oxley's, he got absolutely annihilated by the weather. So, yeah, he's at home chilling. He's going to go through the washing machine, and I'm sure he'll be back with us soon. And just quickly on that note, guys, please hit that subscribe button, because the next video that comes out is going to be the Parker Baits social at Oxley's. And I tell you what, it was a bloody brilliant session. I would say I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but if you've got social media, you'd have seen what's happened. The lake record came out, not by me, unfortunately, but it actually got caught opposite where I was fishing. The guy that caught the most fish was my neighbour to my left, and I actually caught a 30-pounder. I had 2 fish, one was 30 and the backup was 21.8, I think it was, or something like that. Great session, and like I say, that will be coming up in 2 parts. I've spoiled it all for you now. But yeah, make sure you don't miss that. Oh, I don't believe it. I just hooked another one, this time on the left-hand rod, the white magic bean. I played it all the way in, got to the net and the hook pulled. I literally saw it. I was lifting the fish's head up like that, and I could see the magic bean in his mouth, and I was just lifting it. I was just pulling a little bit too hard, and I just saw it all, the rig, the hook, the white magic bean just straight out of the mouth, and the fish swam off. I saw it, it was a mirror again. It was probably about 6 or 7 pound. It wasn't massive, but it's just annoying because that would have been one on the right hand rod with the orange magic bean, one on the left hand rod with the white magic bean. 2 fish, and it was so close. It was just at the net. I was just about to scoop it up. Oh, that's annoying. That really is annoying. It was that close to the net. It was. And it was last knock-ins as well. Well, you know how I always say leave your rods out till lastminute.com. I had that one, that's my right hand rod, and then my left hand rod, which is the one I caught the fish on, I had that laying there, and I was just packing the pod away. And as I was packing the pod away, the spool on my left hand rod just started spinning. Zzz, I looked round and it was going, so that's obviously when I picked it up. But yeah, it spat the hook. I got everything back. But just one of those things, isn't it, I suppose? Can't do much about it. Good job it wasn't a 20, because yeah, I saw it and it weren't a 20. That's wrapped around there. That's all right. It's not going back out anyway. This rig won't get used again, or this bait. So there it is. Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm going to leave my right hand rod out. Everything's going to be packed away in about 5 minutes, but if that goes, I'll be well happy with that. I'm just gutted. It's the first time, I think, ever in my carp fishing sort of like days, if you like, my carp fishing days. I think that's the first time ever I've lost one at the net. It's cruel. It is cruel. I think it would be even more cruel if I was on a blank, or if that was a 20-pounder. I know people that have lost 30, 40 pounders at the net. Oh, it must make you feel sick. But yeah. Well, there we have it. I am now all packed away. I'm ready to go. But if you did like this one, again, I will apologise. I'm sorry it's a short one. I'm off to Bournemouth. I've got a show to watch tonight. I'm going with my dad, so that'll be good. But yeah, thank you for watching this one. As always, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon, because like I say, there's a couple of good videos, really good videos coming up. And obviously, what I spoke about earlier with the whole December thing, trying to get 25 videos out in December, one every day from the 1st of December right up until Christmas. And yeah, they're just going to be short bite-sized episodes, but hope you enjoyed this one. Shame we didn't nail that last fish. Well, we nailed it, but we didn't finish the job, did we? It was a shame, but there we go. I caught 2 fish, didn't I? I bagged 1, but I caught 2. Anyway, please like, subscribe. Bish, bash, bosh.